Just compare.
Right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Content Corner. I am a chocolate orange, and I am joined by 4 new people this week. I'll be hosting this, I guess, in the absence of Matthew M. Sushi 100. So why don't we start with introductions here, starting with Lev.
Okay. So, I'm Lev. Yeah. Should we start with like all the how we started running Celeste and stuff, or should we just like go quickly for right now?
Yeah. So what I want to do is go ahead and keep with what we've been doing so far, and tell us about how you got into Celeste, how you got into this community specifically,
Right.
and whatever else you think is important.
Okay. So I was playing this small game called Sound Dodger Plus. You probably haven't heard of it. It's just like a small, rhythm song.
Oh,
game,
it's is it one of those games where you can put your own music in, or
yeah. Basically, it's like like Oz, but you're like dodging bullets and stuff instead of clicking circles. Anyway, so it was developed by this guy called One Mr. Bean. You probably heard of like his other project, Choice Chamber. That was like really big at one point, and he streams. And at one point, he streamed a small indie game called Celeste, and I think he was playing 1B at the time, but I was just like looking at it, and the game just looked really beautiful. So I decided I really have to get this game right now, and so I saved up money, got it, and I played it, and I was slow. I was like really bad at it, and then I saw like one of my friends that was also playing that was also like in the Sound Logic community, and his name was Jellerain, and I saw him like get really good times. He had like a 35 at the time, which was like great. The world record at the time was like a 31 or a 30, so it was like being a gamer, and I was inspired to be a gamer myself. Yeah, now I have a 28. It's pretty epic. Okay, who's next? Swezzy, how did you find this game?
I think I first saw the game when Video Game Donkey made a video about it. I'm pretty sure that's when I first saw it at all, and I thought it looked pretty neat. And I always liked platformers in general, so I just like, oh well, I have a Switch. I'll just download or buy it on the Switch, and I bought it on the Switch, and I played it on the Switch, and I've never speedrun anything before, but I just like decided to let's just see how fast I can do the first level, and then I went down the rabbit hole. Basically, for this community in particular, I was part of the first Any Percent tournament that we hosted together with Speed Gaming. And after that tournament is when this community was created. So I was like an OG member of this, or whatever you want to say. So I've been here for a while.
All right, we're gonna skip Rin for now and go to Revolucion at the end here. How are you?
Bring it back.
No, we just talked about this. We
was a
literally
good
just.
morning. Explaining how I did get into the game. So it was a cold morning in 1989, and my mom was. No, never mind. Well, I was playing from Vanilla, have like 8 hours on that, but in that time I was actually looking at Twitter, and Punchy was like saying Celeste is really good. It's a nice game and stuff like that. So I decided to buy it, and indeed, when I was playing, I think Mirror Temple, I was already intending to speedrun. So well, that's how I got in.
Cool. All right, and then we'll go finally to Rin. How are you
Hey.
today?
I'm Rin. I run the game. So I got into Celeste through a guy named Sardoche, who's a French streamer, one of the bigger, I would say, he's one of the biggest streamers in the French scene, and he does a lot of highlight videos. and I just watched all of them because they're funny, I guess. And I saw this random game that I had never seen it before, and he looked like he was having a lot of fun playing that game, and so I decided to try it out. And I bought the game in like July 2018, around that, and I didn't play it a lot at first, but in September or so I started just 100%. I did 100% without the golden berries though, and I started speedrunning, and here I am, stuck in the any percent hole.
All right. Well,
Nice.
it's
The 100% hole.
As we all are.
Yeah.
I think we all have some time there.
Yeah, and funnily enough, I have heard back of Sardosh when he was casting the recent French speedrunning event, the Barrière show.
yeah. And actually, that's an excellent transition. What a coincidence.
Whoa.
You're
I just
welcome.
wanted to-
It's almost
Do
as
What
if
an
the-
unplanned transition.
Wow, you're mind blowing, guys.
I just wanted to bring up that the Barrière show just ended, and we have a few winners. We got M Sushi winning the Portal competition. That's 4,000 euros to him.
Content Corner represent.
Give money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
he's one of us.
Also, the TGH Marlin race.
And
it
then
was
yeah,
absolutely
TGH
amazing.
and Marlon had an absolutely amazing race.
Yeah, it was.
It was great.
Um,
If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
I think it's
now.
easy to say that's probably the best Celeste race so far.
I
Like,
don't.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
don't-
sure.
I don't know. I don't think that beats Flag TGH on the speed gaming tourney.
Oh yeah, that was also.
Oh, that was-
that one
I think-
so good. Yeah,
That still remains the best Celeste race of all time.
Hear me out.
Easy second.
Hear me out. What about TGH and YP?
Oh my god.
A double bubble
You're
skip.
right.
Just imagine Marlin, TGH, and YP in the next GQ. That will be sick. It's like,
Oh, man.
playing bingo.
Yes!
Really loved it.
of course.
You really
At
love
least
to see
another
it.
question, maybe.
But yeah,
There was also the Minecraft stuff at the
yeah,
Spirit show.
there was
cool.
Minecraft.
Also the Sekiro stuff that had a few technical difficulties, but it ended up being fine. It was a good race.
I
So what
know
are you-
nothing
what-
about Sekiro.
What are y'all's thoughts on the format of the Barrière show?
It wasn't really any
It's
different.
so the idea is that you have it's a little different than like most speedrun events in that like it's much smaller, and I really don't understand how they have the money to have $5,000 prize pools for 4 games
So, I
and
think
bring 8 people.
I think lots of people have said that like speedrunning is way bigger in France than it is like it's more like mainstream or something like that. So they can get like the prize pools like that in France.
Right.
I am French and I don't agree a lot. No, to be fair, there's a few big streamers. The ones who organize this are pretty big in the French scene, and so there's a few big names that are a lot into speedrunning. However, the prize pool was, I think it was entirely funded by the casino where they held the show to begin with.
Yeah, there were a
So I
ton
think
of
that's how
people
they got the 20K.
I heard M Sushi was planning to give the casino back the money at the end.
You know, giving age at 18 recently.
Yes.
Yeah, gotta celebrate that.
Yeah, also French crowds are known for being, I don't know, really vocal.
Excited.
I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
really excited.
Mm.
And
Remember,
French
yeah,
dancers
like
were really good.
Yeah, the crowd was
I remember
crazy.
like the League of Legends championships that's been in France. It's been the crowds are always insane.
Yeah, I remember
Mhm.
the LCS. I think it was in 2018, 2017.
Sounds
It
about
was
right, yeah.
really sick in Paris.
Alright. So
All right then.
there was another event that happened somewhere in Europe over the It was ESA Winter 2020.
Wow, what a great transition, lad.
Yeah. I thought about it all day. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
haven't done
ESA
good
happened.
Europe, and they are topics, so good.
ESA happened. We had a few representatives there. Most of all, I'd like to shout out Oddbod, who very graciously came to help us out just a second ago. as he comes back from ESA. He ran Celeste. What category was it?
It was
Classic.
It was Pico 8. 100%.
Oh, my bad.
Sub 3 minutes. Good run.
Yeah, it was great.
100% 100% of that, right? 100% of that in 3 minutes for no reason. It's really good. So
Yeah.
that was a really good race. For a non-race run, I'm glad.
He
He also-
ran like
Go ahead.
a short hike. All Golden Feathers was a good run, and there was King Knight, and there was Gata Roboto, and he did a lot of stuff at ESA.
Yeah, he's truly a monster of a speed
They
game.
have 4 or 5 runs, I think.
Yeah.
Before it was, yeah.
And
it was a lot.
he also self-commentated the Gato Roboto run, which I think was sick. Like, how do you both play and couch your own run? It's actually crazy.
God Gamer. What can I say? Also,
By being very good. He's
Yeah.
probably-
Speaking of ESA, they announced
don't think we-
the
wait. Let's stay at
Sorry?
ESA. Let's stay at ESA for a little more, because while the French speedrunning event was going, you might not have realized, but Psyched ran True Ending at ESA. It was quite unfortunate that it was at the exact same time as the Celeste race.
Yeah, it was pretty
Oh, that's right.
terribly timed, unfortunately, but yeah. I
was
still haven't rewatched. I need to rewatch that VOD.
Celeste stealing viewers from Celeste.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
How dare you,
Spider-Man
man.
meme.
And I think Marlin was actually doing another race at the same time.
Bro.
What?
Marlin?
Wait, how?
He's so good he does 2 races at the
You're
same
sure
time.
about that one?
At the same
One
time.
race of right
Like
hand,
a
one race
GSA
of
race,
left
or-
hand.
Yeah.
How does he do it?
Oh my god! No
Oh,
way.
right.
It's very
GSA.
awesome. There's a Psych versus Marlin GSA race during both of their runs. That's kind of absurd.
Really good at being in multiple places at once. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Insane,
just that
lad.
much of an alpha gamer.
Bro, I swear, GSA is live.
Also, we had Ruby Dragon run True Ending.
No, it,
No?
it was all D sides.
All D sides.
Yeah, that run was actually
Yeah,
amazing.
why did I say True Ending? What?
I don't know why you
Because
said
you were
anything.
talking
It's
about
wrong.
it.
Ruby Dragon.
Yeah, all
Anyways,
D-sides
D
was sick.
sides, if you don't know, they're really hard custom maps made by Name Guy, aka Spawn of Satan, and
Is this where we talk about Name Guy?
no, it's
Oh
not.
boy.
Anyway, they're extremely hard, and Ruby Dragon finished all of them in like what, an hour and 10.
Something insane
It
like
was
that.
Yeah.
crazy. Go, you
He
have to.
casually. Oh, go ahead.
It's actually great, an amazing run. You should go
Yeah.
watch it.
He also first tried the last room of 7D, which is about as long as the last room in Farewell.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, I said the heart room?
It's also way
Yeah.
harder than the last room in Farewell.
It's way harder, but it's just as long.
Yeah.
Flag
It's
2
crazy
as well,
stuff.
according
Yeah, Flag
to
2 as
Evan
well.
Jax.
And Luke was there, and
Yeah.
he did a great job at commentating, so shout outs to Luke.
Also, Oddbod was commentating. Well, we haven't heard that name before.
Who's
like
Oddbod?
Like an
Okay.
odd fellow.
He's just everywhere at
Certainly
ESA.
is.
Anyway, we had some quote-unquote insider information that at the end of ESA...
I don't know if it's a insider information.
We'll just say that to sound cool. Anyway, at the end of ESA, they apparently announced that a new Break the Record event was coming at April.
In April, yeah.
Hey, liberals. If Break the Record is so good, why isn't there a Break the Record 2?
Alright, for those who don't know, when was the first Break the Record? Like a few months back?
Like a month ago-ish.
It was
November?
like last month, right?
Actually, last
What?
month, yeah. It wasn't really much time ago.
I don't know, it feels like it was a while ago, but it also feels like it was...
It's like 2 or 3 weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, it was the 31st to 2nd February, so 3 weeks ago.
Anyway, the ESA, the European Speedrunning Assembly, brought 7 out of the top 8 Mario 64 120-star runners to a venue somewhere in Europe, probably. And they basically did 120-star runs all day, and I mean, they had breaks to sleep and eat, but they did a lot of runs. It was all live, and they're all trying to break the record. And and as you may know, Cheese broke the record actually for 138.54, and he got a shit ton of money for it. Absurd amounts of money.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
broke the
everyone
record backwards a bit.
Yeah.
That was
That's what I
22
heard.
days ago, according to Speedrun.
Yeah, let's not talk about that's drama for another day.
So instead of that, let's do something much less toxic and speculate about what the next
Yeah, that's a good idea.
what the next Break the Record game is going to be.
Shout out to LTP.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Anyway, I know, Revo, I think it was, or someone else, you were saying that you thought it was going to be like Mario Odyssey, something like that.
Hey, it could be Celeste. There's no way that we could know if it was Celeste.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely. gonna
We
be
would have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
No, not at all. We have no one here who knows anything about Celeste. What is a Celeste actually? I have no idea.
Okay.
What is there to break in Celeste? Like 202 record?
Yeah. That's
like
the
4
that's the only record that's not dead. You know, every other category is actually dead. You know.
Are you saying 202 isn't dead? I think 202 is pretty
Yeah, you
dead.
could just not die. You know.
Never mind. Let's just get TPAP world record.
Yo.
Let's go.
Break the record for
You got 3.
record almost. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I love you, dumb.
God.
Hello.
ESA was the on Twitter asking about what game they should do next if they do another event. I think that was just after the last Break the Record,
Actually, let me
and I saw there are a lot of people suggesting Mario games, suggesting Zelda games, and then there were the people who were like anything except Mario, Zelda, and Celeste.
Yeah.
And I think even though the people who were saying it were being a bit rude about it, I think it's a reasonable opinion to have that Mario and Zelda and Celeste are the biggest things in speedrunning, and they don't really need these events as much as a smaller speed game.
I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
I think people know that the reason why these games are being run the most is because they have the most flashy movement. That's if someone who hasn't seen any speedrunning at all would come stumble by the stream and see someone running any of these games at a really high level, they would be instantly mesmerized by the insane movement. Because
Mesmerized.
By the BLJs.
yeah, that's why these games make all the money, because they know they attract the biggest audience. But I guess I
remember the first time I saw an OT speedrun, I was like, what exactly is going on? It's so confusing
Yeah,
when you
also
have
that.
never seen an OT speedrun and just stumble.
I mean, now it's even more confusing,
Yeah,
right?
you just
We have,
Why does he have
arbitrary
3 rubber
correlation.
bands?
Oh, I guess the run is over.
All right, I have a leak right here from one True Gent _
Whoa.
saying Break the Record 2 is OOT any percent.
Yo.
So I just want to get that on the record right now so that you can blame him for it.
Yo, I'm down
Free
for
rubber
insurance.
bands. You win 1 year of rubber bands.
Oh my god.
So I am actually a little bit out of the loop on OOT. What is this about rubber bands?
Okay.
So basically,
Oh boy, you're in
there
for a
was
treat.
an arbitrary code execution glitch that was found, but at one point it requires I don't know if it still requires rubber yet. According to TrueGen here, again, it's not required anymore. But at one
Yeah, it's
point,
not.
for the credits warp, you had to have a very specific position on your analog stick. So people were putting multiple rubber bands on their controller just to get that precise
Yeah.
angle that you
Because
need.
you needed, like, OT reads inputs from controller ports 1 and 3. So they had this really whack setup where they were inputting stuff on controller 1, and controller 3 you needed this really precise analog position, so controller 3 was just sitting there with a bunch of rubber bands.
Yeah.
Now we don't need them anymore though, because we found a way to skip, I believe it's Ocarina, so now you just go to Twin's house and you win.
But now, like there's been a shit ton of drama because apparently someone did like a run and they put like rubber bands or something back on the controllers so that they have the perfect angle for like all of the like A stuff. Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
I
I'm
mean,
just, like, going
yes,
off the record.
that was the case. It's no longer the case, but the drama is still there.
Yeah,
and I
like,
think the
people are
drama
asking
was
for, like-
more.
Like, people are asking for hand cams to verify that they're not using illegal controller mods. And shit like that.
Rubber bands.
I think,
That is
I
incredible.
think that's really stupid.
This
I
is the
think
kind
more
of
of
stuff
the
that only
drama-
happens in speedrunning. I got Jesus.
I think more of the drama was about like arbitrary code execution versus like the former any percent, and like whether. So in my opinion, I think there should be a separate category for the route that was used before Ace was found, but I don't know which one should be considered any percent. Like maybe you have any percent and any percent no Ace, or you have any percent and you have credits warp categories like in SMW.
Oh my god.
But like I think that's down to the opinion of the SRC mods for the game.
So I just went
and
onto
just the community in general. Also.
Rubber bandless percent.
Rubber band
Yeah,
list.
rubber-
You just make one category for rubber bands, one without them. It's very
Yeah.
simple.
You just have subcategories for one rubber band, two rubber bands, and so on.
Low rubber bands.
Yo,
percent.
low percent. Let's
I
go.
like that one.
Anyway, I just found out that if you go to the speedrun page, there's actually like a message that comes up on speedrun.com that says there are ongoing rule discussions regarding specific strategies
Rule
used in any
discussions.
percent runs. Any runs using these strategies are not being accepted at this time. The poll for this discussion ends on March 1st, so it's definitely still going on. It
Yeah.
definitely is.
I like how they're being politically correct by calling drama rule discussion.
I mean, I imagine they have a formalized discussion now where they're trying to figure out what the rules will be. You can see on the SRC page that they have any percent and no Ace now. So we'll see if it stays that way or if it ends up like swapping around where no Ace becomes the any percent and then Ace becomes its own category.
I mean,
Probably.
to me, any percent is like you finish the game with whatever means you have at your disposition. So for me, even if we use Ace, it's still any percent. Like it's like anything goes kind of category. It kind of sucks to run, but it's still the fastest way to beat the game. And for me, for like banning Ace, it wouldn't be any percent anymore because it wouldn't be faster. Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, the main reason why people speedrun video games is to have fun, right? If the category is not fun, what's the point?
It reminds me a bit to. I mean, I'm not really experienced on all NES games, but it reminds me to a discussion about using turbo buttons a little. It's I don't know. Still a lot of people banning turbos. Some people wanting to use them. I don't know.
So
Also, with things like this, doing ace, like arbitrary code execution. For me, that doesn't even feel like playing the game at that point. You're like coding the game in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're just changing how the
I
game
mean,
is even
you,
supposed to
you
be played.
very
in
literally
every
are
way.
changing the
Yeah.
game.
Arbitrary code
like-
execution.
For me, that just doesn't feel like you're playing the game or completing the game like in that sense. I think it's like cool and stuff, and it should like be a separate category. But I would not call it 90% because I don't think you're playing the game at that point.
I mean, I don't think anyone disagrees that there should be two separate categories. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, definitely.
the main question is which one should be any percent, because, you know, when you go to a game, I don't think it's uncommon for people to see any percent and 100% as the main categories.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. Well,
Those
for
are,
that, for the reasons I stated, I would say that 90% should be what it has been, and ace should be the secondary category. That's
Yeah.
my opinion.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think it's gonna come down to what the mods just feel is better, because I'm not personally an OT speedrunner. I just kind of follow the scene from afar, so I don't really know if what I think about speedrunning applies to OT. Like, because I'm a Celeste runner, I probably think differently from OT speedrunners.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely different. We'll see how the mods in the community just decide to do this. I'm assuming they have like, I hope they have community inputs and not just the mods doing things, because I don't.
Yeah.
that's not
It,
very
it
good.
sounds
Would
like
be
they're
really
having a
lame.
vote. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope they figure it out at least. But with things like this, it's always going to be people being unhappy. Like, there's no way that everyone's going to come out of this being like, "Yeah, this is a good idea."
Oh, yeah, of course.
There's going to
Yeah.
be. There's always.
Yeah.
You can never
Remember remember the menu storage drama?
Oh,
Oh
dear.
no.
That
I
was
thinking
the
about
same,
that
like-
all the time during this discussion, because it's always the same in every speed game when you discuss the rules of a category. It always happens. There is always different opinions about that.
Yeah, people are always gonna be unhappy.
Yo.
Like, yeah,
Wait,
like
there's
you're
also-
always gonna piss off some people with the.
Wait, guys, what's menu storage? Twitch smile.
No idea.
I actually have no
Should we?
idea.
Okay, so
I don't know if I want to open this Pandora's box today.
here we go again.
So briefly touch on.
Yeah,
the
so
menu?
when
I
was
will-
it? That's the only thing I don't know. When was this? I don't even remember.
It was like
I will reserve the
2018.
right to refocus the discussion here. But go ahead.
So when was this? If anyone remembers, because that's the only thing I don't remember.
Okay, I think I
like
remember
1 year
a
ago
lot
or
of it.
something.
Like it was in 2018, I think.
It was in 2018.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
really early
2018.
on.
Actually, end of July, starting August. I do
Yeah.
remember that because it was during the speed gaming tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right, it was.
Yeah, it was, and it was
So-
right before Sub 30 was achieved, which
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
had a
right.
big weight on the decision.
Yeah, it was right as we found that 5e was faster, right?
No,
No,
it
well,
was
we
right
found
before.
that-
Actually, people
5e
were
was
still
always
running
faster.
5A.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah, but
right-
like we found
Yeah.
out
5A was
about
gonna
the.
boost, in
Well,
other
we-
words.
It was right after.
we have
we found out
have
about the
the
exploits.
CEO of B-Sides in this call right now.
Yeah.
Just ask him.
Well,
Alright,
yeah,
so-
in that time was when I found out that you were able to unlock B-sides. So basically, the menu storage thing was that in that moment for running 5B, the thing we were doing was doing a corner boost instead of
Oh
up drop.
god.
That was like a lot
corner.
harder, I'd say.
Yeah.
And someone found that going another screen and using menu storage, you were actually manipulating Manline's position spawning again after a save and quit. So that way you were breaking the game and skipping a lot of screens, because actually that was like probably 10 seconds faster than currently Bob's drop is. And of course, the discussion happened because actually that was patched like in the same day.
The rule discussion.
No. It took a while
Oh, no.
to be patched. The discussion
It was-
lasted for a.
Yeah, it took a while.
But
I think it was. I would say at least 1 or 2 weeks. The discussion was really heated from both sides for very different reasons. It then basically got ended, where the developers just patched it out.
Yeah.
But it's still a big thing for the history of Celeste was the whole mini source thing. So it was
still,
interesting.
the thing didn't finish with the patch, because after the patch, actually, there was the discussion if was a good idea splitting any percent in two categories: current patch and and
No patch
any patch.
restriction.
Yeah, NPR. It had like 3 runs.
Yeah.
And actually something fun, because actually this that was actually more liking current patch was the only top runner with running any patch, and that lasted for like 6 months. So I think it's still
Yeah,
a
I think
category
so.
extension.
Yeah, it's in extensions, I think.
And now it's
It's
forever
still a
dead.
category.
Yeah, it's still the 1 year ago, 2932 is still the record for that.
What a
Like after
great
the split, people were just like not really willing to go back to the other older patches and stuff. It would be a pain, and
I think it's just not fundamentally different enough for
That's
there
a
to be
big
enough
thing.
interest.
because the menu source thing really changes 2 things. It did change 2 things. It was prologue.
Oh,
Because
prologue,
we couldn't
yeah.
skip the cutscenes before.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about
Or well,
that.
we thought we couldn't. We could with a pixel or frame perfect thing, but it changed prologue so you could skip the cutscene, which saved 15 seconds ish. Actually, more. I think 17 because they didn't even get the whole you can do this text with menu storage. I'm pretty sure.
So what you're
Yeah, you
saying
skip
is
that.
now you can save like 2 seconds still.
Yes.
I mean, you can save more because you skip like one
Yeah.
Urban 5B and you also skip 6 seconds every cassette. Because you
Right.
can
Yeah.
menu out of it. So it's,
Yeah,
it's
so-
like 30 at like absolute most, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so. Unless someone finds some other weird use for it, but
when's
it's
that?
not really something people label that much right now.
I can't wait for like either Marlon or TGH or even Chai to like get bored and do 1 day of running at like NPR and getting 26.
Dude, what if we could?
the sake saying that.
And then this category is gonna be dormant for like another 3 years.
Dude, what if we could use menu storage in TPAP?
God.
It would be so stupid.
That wouldn't help. That wouldn't help at all.
Troop
Yeah.
your 80% current patch and troop your 80% end patch. Celeste 2025.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
so as I understand it, couldn't you just submit couldn't Marlon submit his any percent time to
Oh yeah.
NPR
yeah,
right now and just take that?
technically,
Just as we
Absolutely.
could
Well,
20%.
I mean-
technically, it is any patch. So
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no patch
Theoretically.
restrictions, so yes.
theoretically you can, but I submitted my like 28 to the boards just to get like a meme world record, but then I got like the run got denied, so I don't know. I don't think they're accepting that.
Why did it get
I don't
denied?
know. I
Any
don't
mods
know.
in chat?
I don't think so. No.
Any
Yeah.
Ask me a year ago and I'll be done.
Yo, at
I'm
Luke.
just gonna. I'm just gonna run Bunny percent once and submit it to any percent NPR.
That's fair. I mean that
Probably.
would get verified. Right.
All right.
Right.
Did anyone have any
I think we could
Any,
talk about bingo because there is an upcoming bingo tournament. You might not have heard about it. It's the content bracket, and does anyone want to explain what the content bracket is?
So, as far as I understand, it's people who are in the bingo community who are less experienced with bingo, but wanted to learn and get into the I guess the meta of bingo.
Pretty much.
And because of that, we also have had some teaching streams by LMJax2.
Shout out to Joe too.
And I don't know, are you planning on doing more of those teaching streams, Jax? He's in chat, so hopefully we can get a response right away.
Meanwhile, I believe that when that happens, it's gonna be restreamed on this channel, if at all.
Yeah,
I really hope it's gonna be restreamed because I remember like, it feels like a while back. When did Div 2 happen? Because on the first bingo season, there was like, is the audio okay on the stream? Or is it just Jack's not paying attention? Okay, when Div 2 last May, when Div 2 happened, there was like a Div 2 of Season 1, it was amazing. It was just a joy to like watch every match. I really hope it's just gonna be that again.
Was it there that we got the Flare Bear versus Blue Eye?
That was Division 1.
Like, where Flare Bear just dashed into every corner he could find because he didn't know where bears are?
But Div 2 was when we got the... Yeah. Surprising, I know. But Div 2 was when we got the time sync dashless variant clip. That was definitely...
I have not heard about this at all.
Yeah.
What is this?
Are the Div 2 like matches highlighted anywhere? I really hope they are, but I don't think they are because I don't think anyone highlighted anything from that far back. Yeah. I think Coral just posted.
I think there's some highlights on the Bingo Discord.
Yeah. Anyway, the challenge for the Bingo content brackets in chat now. I don't think you can sign up. I think it's full. I think it is full. Yeah.
Yeah, it is full.
It is full.
So don't sign up, but you can watch. You can definitely watch.
No, go to the Bingo Discord and ask them if they're willing to extend the bracket.
Oh boy.
Because I don't believe that they would be averse to it. I mean, you can ask. I think there are a couple of them are in chat, so you're more than welcome to ask them. Do we have a bingo cord link?
Jax too, maybe.
I know. I can find the bingo cord link. Give me 1 second.
Meanwhile, we should probably address something. As you probably noticed, we have moved channels to Celeste community instead of being on the usual Sushi 100 channel. Mostly because Sushi's either in France or in a flight right now, and you can't really be in a podcast then. But also because we want to kind of move this to we move this away from like an actual person's channel more to like a Celeste thing eventually. I think this is going to be just like the new home for this podcast from now on, unless people really don't like this, which I guess we could switch back, but I think this is a fine place. And additionally, in addition to being okay, I can't, English is hard. In addition to having the podcast, we're also going to be hosting any additional bingo tournaments. I already said that content bracket's going to be restreamed here probably, and when Bingo Bout 3 happens, which is probably going to happen, I think, in a few months, definitely after the content bracket, just wait patiently. When that happens, it's going to be restreamed on this channel too, and okay.
Wow, April, that's kind of toxic.
That's kind of toxic.
Any mods in chat wanna delete that message real quick?
Yo, I'm gonna ban April. I am drunk with power. Gen Seed 3 now instead of Seed 4 for being top 3 in Bingo 2.
Yeah, you get third place, you get third seed. Makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Bingo 2 was so good. Why is there no Bingo 2 2?
You just gotta get top 3 in
There
the next
is,
2 bingos.
Sub 30.
Sub 30 C3, yo.
Yo, we need an Elm Jax 2 command, except it's true gen, and it just says seed 4.
Seed 4 go. Anyway, in addition to this podcast and Bingo, we're also planning on doing like experimental stuff. Like we have some tournament ideas that aren't Bingo, that also aren't any percent. Hint hint GSA. That we want to try out on this channel. That I think would be cool. So just watch for those. And make sure you drop a follow so I don't miss those. Yeah? Make sure you do.
Make sure
Drop a
you
follow,
like,
maybe,
comment, and subscribe if you're
tweet,
watching this on YouTube.
Also follow Twitter. We're posting updates every day.
Yo, how do
Right,
you
right.
find...
Oh, hold on. I've got links for you.
Heck yeah. Such
Yo.
professional
202
streamers.
tournaments. Oh no.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely, yes. 202.
Just gonna send these links real quick. That's the YouTube and Twitter for this podcast.
Alright, what else is there?
I think it's cool that we are moving stuff to this channel because it's more of a it shows more that the Celeste community is active rather than just spreading it out to a lot of channels.
Yeah, exactly. And this is also like a hub for like everything, so you don't have to like switch constantly between like Oddbot and Sushi and like other channels.
Yeah.
You just everything in one place. It's like really nice. It's cool.
Yeah, especially for communicating, as you said. It's really hard to, like, you don't have to actively follow Oddbot to know that Bingo Bout is happening.
You should still follow Oddbot though. Make sure you drop a
You
follow
should
on
still
twitch.tv/Oddbot. Make sure you drop a
God.
Switch Prime so.
Exclamation mark SO.
So that's that.
I wanted to call out Revoluciono over here a bit because I don't think we've heard enough from you. I want to ask you about what you've been doing recently with Celeste. I think you started doing some stuff with Chapter 9.
Yes. I mean, I was like, how to explain it? When Chapter 9 was out, actually, it was the same exact patch that actually made more viable the demo dash in 6P. So immediately when Chapter 9 was out, I was doing science in 6P instead. So I never played Chapter 9 casually until like 1 week ago, I think.
This demo sucks,
Actually,
by the way.
Chapter 9 is very, very dope. I love it. So I started to learn the speedrun of the chapter. So, well, I'm trying to find out how to actually not die 5, 6, 10 times every checkpoint. But eventually, I'm gonna finish a run of Chapter 9. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you labbing new strats as you go, or?
I feel, but I honestly, I'm not sure about what strat I figure out is new or which one is not. For example, there is one in the intro I do to get a sprint with the diagonal into corner jump that I haven't seen anyone doing in runs, but I want to believe that actually was known. Will be surprised if anyone actually find out that before I did. But for now, the only thing is set up for the last screen after the third fish bomb. That is the only thing I can tell is actually very consistent and definitely faster than what I see in most of runs. Then I have to keep going and testing every strat in the chapter.
What about the Determination Ultra strat? That one's actually gamer.
Okay, how many people don't know what we're talking about? Because I'm gonna actually play it on stream. Anyone?
I think I know, but
You're gonna play the clip on stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna play this clip on stream. The people must see it. Okay.
Sure, go for it.
Revo, you have it on Twitter, right? Let me just.
Yes, yeah.
Hold tight. I know you guys are.
At Revolucoin, by the way.
That was like just experimenting because it's definitely slower than what Das does, but and definitely it's not viable for a good pace. But I really loved it. This was like I don't know, just calculating.
Okay, how do I play this? I'm just gonna link it in the chat. This is incredible. Watch this.
I did post it.
Is it not this one? Or are there more
It's the best
crazy
strat in
ultra
the game.
Yeah. Okay.
it's so good.
I'm gonna try to find
It's
a way.
my
to play
favorite
this.
test strat.
Yeah.
Where it is?
Alright, how much time does this actually save, though?
Half second.
Like 1 second?
No, half second.
This is the most
How
worth
does
it.
this save
Totally
half
worth it.
second?
a
What?
lot for the Kevin to take
Oh my
advantage.
This is totally worth it, half a second to save.
That's amazing.
You get the massive dick points though. So.
I also really
As
appreciate
Fish
that you
would
included the death at the end. Yeah,
As
I think
Fish
that's
would
really integral to the strat.
yeah. As
Gotta
Fish-
die, otherwise it would just be too hard of a flex, honestly.
It's nice to see more competition in Chapter 9. I feel like Chapter 9 is still, like, being slept on. Like, people don't want to learn it because the IL is, like, just really, really long. And
I mean,
like,
Psych just got the
yeah, but there's, like,
world
3
record
people.
recently.
There's, like, 3 people playing Chapter 9 at a high level, though.
That's true.
There's Psyched, and Revo, and Flad. I don't know if Flare is playing it anymore. I don't know if...
Yeah,
No, I
I think he
think
is.
still plays.
Who knows what's
So-
happening
so-
with Nero?
Yeah, demo. Demo got the
oh,
first
right,
top
yeah,
16, I
demo.
think.
Yeah.
No, wait. I don't think
I was confused about the strat you were talking about. And that one saves like 5 seconds actually.
Oh, yeah.
The one that
seems
saves
weird.
like half a second is another one in the second last check. With chaining ultras and using a Kevin block. It's another strat.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Should I link that one too? I feel like I should.
I
We
haven't
cannot
seen that
deprive-
strat.
We cannot deprive the people of the content.
I haven't seen that strat, but chaining ultras on the Kevin block sounds really sick.
It's kind of
Oh,
weird
yeah,
because
that one
it's,
is-
I have to actually wait a lot to do that, so it saves only
Oh,
half
okay.
a second.
Yeah, it's a bit silly.
Oh, no.
So what is your plan, Rob? Are you just doing ILs, farewell IL, or are you gonna?
For now, yeah, but I know myself, so probably if I ever finish a good IL, probably I will do any of the categories because I actually know the rest of the game. So doing core or cassette, hearts, okay. Doing core or hearts is not a problem at all, and I could actually try 100. So why not? But honestly, I'm not promises for now. Just trying to finish a good IL.
Right. Are you planning to stream it at all?
Yeah, actually,
is
lately I was
streaming
streaming, but mostly science. I'm not actually doing runs of the IL because I cannot actually finish checkpoint with less than 5-6 deaths, except the first one. I mean, until where the golden berry is, I can actually do that as the intro.
Make sure you follow twitch.tv/RevoluCoin. Make sure you drop a Prime sub while you're at it. And that, yeah.
No, I was trying to look for the strat I was mentioning.
Yeah, even though for Chapter 9 IL just like broke a major barrier right now, like recently with sub 16, I feel like it can still go a long way. I don't think the record's still deathless. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the demo's run is deathless. And like the segmented time, I have like a segmented sheet for Chapter 9, and the segmented time is still 1440, so it's like a full minute 20 faster than record almost. So it still
What's
has
the test?
the
Oh, sorry,
test.
go ahead.
The test is 12 minutes, but the test is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Actually, I posted Merlin's response, but yeah, that is the video I was meaning.
Update Recon 1 and 3 on that sheet. They're ancient. Okay, I guess I will after the podcast. Even though Bubs also has edit perms. Alright. So... Wait, is this the tweet? Why did you link Marlon's reply to the tweet? not the
Because
actual-
that was a mistake. Yeah, it's still you can see the video there.
Okay. Yeah.
The reply is pretty good though.
That's trap. It is quality reply. Only what I'd expect from twitter.com/Dramar. Well, what's the
Yeah,
what's the story?
There's true ending. Thing.
Does anyone know the story behind that handle? Like,
No idea.
it's probably like
We'll
an
have to have
old,
Marlon on at some point.
Probably like an old username or whatever. You got 48. Yeah, I still love how Nero got like when Chapter 9 came out, people are like creating a new category, you know, true ending, all that stuff. And then like people did runs. I think TGH got like a 50. It was pretty nice. And Nero just swoops in. A TGH says he might be going for sub 50 like sometime soon, but that might be hard. Nero swoops in, gets a 49 like really fast. Does a few more streams, gets like a 48. Like not even a month after the chapter came out.
Dude,
And
Nero
then
is
the
crazy.
record still stands like right now. I
He
don't
killed
think
true ending.
Yeah, if
And
you,
we all miss Nero.
yeah, and the second place is 40 seconds away from Nero. So that time's actually insane. Nero is just a god. I can't wait for Nero to just be bored, come back to Celeste, get a 47, and not touch it again for like a year.
He's just gonna come in and drop a 46 ARB and then just go back.
46 arm grabs. Oh my god.
It reminds me of when Tej got like a really low 28 and the record stood for a few months.
Reminds
it's
me
always
of,
like- There's been several of those like long waits between records for
Yeah.
Celeste. I think it's pretty true for like all games in general.
I mean, just recently, like
Sorry.
before Chai got the record, I think the 27:31 stood for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check the hidden obsolete runs. Which
And then Marlon came, and Bubs for a hot minute was there.
For a hot minute. But then he disappeared with no trace yet again. Wow, Bubs keeps disappearing. Who knows what he's doing when he's not playing any percent or Chapter 9.
I mean,
Uh,
Bob's just got out of the any percent shithole, and I am very, very glad for him because any percent kind of sucks, honestly.
Money percent, yo.
looking at it, it seems like the 2731 stood for about 4 months. Then Chai got another 31,
Yeah.
mhm.
but just a little bit. And then it's just like
It was like a 4
here we
frame.
go. I think it was like more, yeah, about 4 frames. It's
Yeah.
0.14 seconds.
No, that's more like 7, 8, or 9 frames, I think.
Yeah, I think that's 8 frames. Question mark?
Anyway,
It was
maths
just frames.
aside,
It was-
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
and
yeah, and
speaking
then like
of any
just
percent,
4 days ago we had the double.
the double, 2 quick ones.
Yeah, it's definitely been insane recently. I mean, like we've talked about it on here before, but it's the record has gone down multiple times since the last time we talked about this, and we did mention it a bit with the Barrière show. I think part of the reason that TGH and Marlon were motivated for that was because, like, you know, you're doing 2 things at once. You're qualifying for this thing and breaking the record. So
Yeah.
you know, might as well.
Also, to address a question from Chad, do we think sub 27 will happen this year? I think it's a definite yes, and I see a lot of
Yes,
people.
I think it's going to happen. It's just a question of who's it going to be.
Like if
Yeah.
in Marlon's recent record, he had like a 1902 reflection exit, which is like if he got his gold, if he played his gold summit, which is unlikely, but theoretically, if he played his gold summit on that run, he would have added 26 right now. So it's definitely like really really close to 26. It's just a matter of when, like when.
If I were a betting man, I would put it on Marlon to be the first 26. No pressure, Marlon. If
No
you're,
pressure.
If you're watching this.
Right.
I think
Didn't
Nero's
Bob
gonna
I
come back
have-
and just slam that shit.
Okay.
Gonna come back, get like a 2 minutes or minute and a half time save, and then just.
Chai has already commented on this that he does not believe that he's going to be the first one to get 26. He thinks it'll come eventually for him, but that he expects Marlon to get it before him. Bubs, I don't think he is going to come back to any
Yeah, he's
anytime soon.
Barrière, which is very okay. It's a category he loves.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is actually pushing all red berries for now.
Yeah.
He's also made comments about not enjoying any percent because of the culture around world record.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I can
big
understand.
set.
You know, the taste of 26 in the air makes it even more unlikely that he would come back anytime soon.
Probably.
Yeah.
He did have some really
Looking back-
crazy splits though.
Looking back to Merlin times on his baby, actually, it's not like unlikely that he saves time before Summit, but it's hard. He has
Yeah,
a
it's-
really clean run there.
Yeah, it's crazy. If like someone's bound to get like an 18 reflection exit, and that's when someone gets that, that's when like 26 imminent any day now become
Yeah.
a thing.
I mean, I can see some potential gains in Resort, in Rage, and still hard to get all good splits together. Actually, I'm impressed about that run until Reflection, having all those times together.
Oh yeah, and definitely in Ridge with the double blockless and some other strats that people have been doing. It's got a, I guess you could call that a higher skill ceiling.
I guess.
I just wish we could find an actual setup for a second blockless, because right now it's really stupid.
Yeah, it's. I think it's just. There's just too much stuff
Honestly,
going on.
I'm impressed that is possible, so asking for setup might be actually way too much at this rate, I guess.
It's like there's so much stuff preventing you from having an actual setup in the room. I think it's just forever doomed to be a shitty strat.
Just it's gonna have to be one of those, you know, just practice it kind of things. I don't think
Yeah,
there's gonna
it's
be
a
a
thing-
setup. It's just such a like not weird strat. It's just such a. It's just a thing you have to practice because it's just like hard.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna find a good consistent setup for it that isn't.
Yeah, that is the kind of thing you cannot get with your eyes closed. In other words, it's like a thing heavily muscle memory based, and you have to be on practice on that and make sure to not forget others for having that consistent. So it's actually very hard. I believe for tricks like that, you don't need only skills. You'll definitely need some luck in the moment you get them.
Yeah, definitely.
It's something really technical, and remembering that strat and all the rest of the strats with that precision during the run is actually something amazing. It's like the guys going for that and for all the hard strats are really nuts on this game.
Alright,
People in chat are saying that a 26 with 6 days seems unrealistic, and I don't know if I agree with that. I think
it's possible.
I think
possible,
it's
gonna be way harder.
more challenging. I don't think it's impossible though.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
absolutely.
You're meaning that playing 6A is more a challenge than playing 6B.
No, getting a 26 with 6A is more challenging than getting
Yeah.
a 26 with 6B.
Well, basically, you need extraordinary performance in every other level. So yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I'm
And
aware
of
unrealistic does
course.
not mean impossible, but I'm saying it's not impossible in the sense that I believe that it is very possible and that it will happen eventually. It's just a matter of time. And yes, I guess I'm somewhat agreeing in that I think it's more challenging to do it with 6A because of the significant time save in 6B. But all right, I'm going to quote TrueGent _ right here, saying I don't think a 26 with 6A will ever happen.
True, Curtis, you know, every
Make sure you add
time,
that part.
every
he
time
said
someone
you can't
says
quote
this
that.
will not happen in speedrunning, it happens. It's just
Yeah,
a matter
It
of
happens,
time.
yeah. Eventually,
Especially with Celeste, like there's still so much time to be saved everywhere. Like not so much time, but there's a lot of time to be saved everywhere. And with the perfect run, also doing 6A, it's gonna be possible at some point to do that.
Just wait 4 years, and there'll be like a 25.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone like Bubs, when Bubs came back and did any percent runs with 5A and 6A, I think someone's gonna be like that and get like a 26 just to fuck with Gent.
That is a fair point. I'm not saying like the first 26s, several will be with 6B because that is like what you do when you run. You do with 6B because it's faster, but that doesn't mean that like it can't happen. At some point, someone will just do it with 6A because it'll just be possible.
Unless if Chai starts learning 6B, which he did do 6B the other day. If he starts learning 6B, I think that's like the death knell. You know?
Bob's drop for 6B.
Oh no.
Well, Bob's drop literally made the 5B viable for most of runners. Even if dying 2, 3, 4 times in the corner position, we're still saving time against 5A. But
Yeah, even without Bob's drop, 5B saves time. I think Aurora just got a 220 or something without Bob's drop, so
220?
that's
what?
like
you
a
mean
3.
going for the key? I mean, not using the corner boost either.
Yeah, going for the key. So like you'd end up with a 330, 340 split.
Wait, that's
which
like
is...
that's like my 5B PV. What the fuck?
I don't know, man. It's Aurora.
Oh my god. Speaking of Aurora, I still
Aurora has a 207.
yeah, I still
By the way.
I still stand by my extremely bold prediction that Aurora is gonna get the first 26. I stand by that.
Really?
Yeah, I really think so.
That's quite the claim.
Yeah,
Is Aurora doing runs right now?
you're a high gent. You're all laughing at me right now, but I want to get Aurora gets the 26.
You're petoing him, but just you wait.
Just you
You're
wait.
laughing.
Let's wait.
Aurora Dash is running any percent, and you're laughing.
Anyway, I think Aurora definitely is gonna get into top 8, and as long as has like a chance of making it like getting good placements in GSA, I think he's still gonna run any percent, and he could like there's like Aurora has that. Aurora's in 26 already recorded. Okay.
And
That's still-
2 as well.
Just like how Marlon pre-recorded his 2710 in case someone beat his previous time. I love that comment.
Now, actually, he had also a 2705 just in case.
Yeah, just in case someone beats his 27.
He's waiting for Tish to get a 2708 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But still,
To make it more interesting.
Aurora has like a 522 reflection split with a death. All he has to do was like get close to that. I don't think he of course he's not gonna play perfectly like on a good run, but it's really realistic for him to get like way better times than like anyone else while still like making a lot of mistakes. And
Yo, I have
that's
my
what pushes-
tinfoil hat on here. I think the top
Like,
10
fuck,
like
522.
the top 10 are all in it together to like artificially inflate the record so that they can have this like drama of like, oh, who's gonna have the record next, you know, so that we can like so that they can get a summoning salt video.
Yo, oh my god.
It's all for the summoning salt video.
So summoning something.
No. Oh, that's so dumb. I love
Oh
that.
my god.
You can't prove me wrong. I mean, I guess they could all collectively say we aren't doing that, but let's
That's
just
not proof.
just ignore that.
What if they're lying? That's not proof.
Oh my god.
Wait.
I mean, yeah, that's, just get a screenshot of their group chat. That,
It's not proof until you have seen their computers.
exactly.
Even then, they could have a separate hard drive.
Yo, guys,
Yeah.
have,
Are we really doing this? Can we
We got-
not talk? This is
We gotta hire a PI.
hey guys, have you guys ever seen Aurora Dash and Marlin in the same room? I don't think you have.
Oh
I don't think you have.
Aurora Dash is Marlin.
Yeah.
Not click.
And I don't think you've seen Aurora Dash and Vlad in the same room either.
Have you seen Vlad and Marlon in the same room?
Yeah, I'm just saying. It all makes too much sense.
Have you seen
So
Vlad
does
and Marlon?
all of this together mean that the only top runners are Sushi, Tej, and Marlon,
Yes.
or something like that?
Precisely.
And Diamond
Precisely so.
faces.
I have seen Tej, Marlon, and Sushi in the same room, but like that image could be doctored.
Yeah.
I'm like,
For all we know.
oh.
You don't know. There's
Like-
only one Celeste runner.
guys.
There's only one Celeste runner.
Wait, guys, why do you guys think that the French race was so close, huh? Because it was actually the same person.
They played the
playing.
same video.
Yes.
And they made one of them. They just slowed down one of them.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Makes too much sense, man.
Oh my god. Is there anything else to talk about?
I did want to say we spent a lot of time talking about any percent, but we didn't talk about my personal favorite category because of the people involved in this category, and that would be all red berries. Okay. I wanna
Yay!
give a
Yay.
huge shout out to twitch.tv/Bubai. He's at 4803 right now, and he's been doing runs, and it's just absolutely amazing to watch because this guy is insane. He came to any percent for like a week and almost got like a record. But
He got crazy reflection splits, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he got like better reflection splits than he ever got in ARB, which I don't know why. Like,
it's just ironic.
it's just playing any percent makes
Yeah,
it
Actually,
better.
I do remember when he was running any percent that actually he had some really spicy reflection splits and actually paces of 28, 27, 10 or something like that, and then Summit chokes.
Also,
I
Feels so
remember
last,
he
man.
posting like 2 or 3 27, 15 paces or something like that, dying in some.
Yeah, he has like so many paces. Like, to Summit. It was actually insane.
So let's just be like that sometimes, honestly.
Anyway, enough talking about any percent.
yeah. Come on. I brought him up to talk about R.
And then we brought it back to
Okay,
1% somehow.
Yeah, by the way, have you seen the new
R
20%
versus superior.
Oh my god.
Yo,
R versus
Bubs.
superior category.
Bubai should just come back to any percent. He was so close to getting the record.
Well, that is
Haha,
like a
just
perfect
kidding,
transition
I'm
as
blessed.
well.
Wow, incredible run from Bubai. Bubai hasn't played this game for so long and has his own unique style. He's easily the best at manipulating Madeline and her. If Bubai were more consistent, they would have 80% world record easily.
What
Oh my
the?
lord.
Yo,
I
What
can't
is
believe
that?
I just
Where
said
is that from?
Guys,
Why?
but in all seriousness, let's talk about a different category. You know,
I can't
let's
wait
talk-
for someone in the chat saying, but it's true.
Yeah, let's talk about my personal favorite category that's been having.
In my personal opinion, Bubai is the most skilled Celeste player. Like, period.
I think it's actually hard to tell. You can talk about better times, but hardly you can say who is better runner and why.
Yeah, I mean, define good runner, like...
Well,
I can tell he's extremely technical.
I think
the way
I
he
think
moves
it's
is
very subjective.
very insane.
Very insane. Anyway, let's stop. Let's push this discussion away from 80%. Let's talk about my personal favorite category that's been having a
What are
ton.
you guys' favorite categories?
Yeah, this category has been having a ton of new competition in the past few days. You know, I'm talking about all Red Berries assist mode, which if you've been following
Assist
your
mode.
SRC notifications, you know that this category has been
Let's
popping
talk
up.
about
recently.
20%.
It all started.
20% is best category, man.
20% actually has the merit of being a good meme.
Well,
Are you
it's a
suggesting
fun meme.
that
It's not-
assist mode ARB is not a good meme?
No?
How
it's
dare
not.
you say that? How?
Oh man.
Oh, so we're not starting the bring 20% to main boards discussion again. Let's not do that.
I just want to give
learn my
a huge
mistakes.
shout out to Coral Reef, possibly the best Hollow Knight runner I've ever seen. He also plays Celeste a bit.
Yeah, he's really good at the checkpoint with red blocks in Farewell.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to
like-
say Resort.
He's
I really don't know. I've never watched his stream before.
Let me
I just
check,
heard he's good at
Stubbornness.
Hollow Knight.
speaking of
Yeah,
stubbornness.
he's really good at stubbornness.
Speaking of stubbornness, that has been a youth discovery. The scientists are mad. They're working around the clock in the labs, and they've found a new giant time save that's like 1 full second. And now Crow's gonna just subject himself to this torture for like the next week or so. Throw himself at this 1 minute of the chapter to get a 44.
43 now.
Can we all put your prayers in the chat for Coral, or you just spam the pray emoji?
Prayer hands forever.
Who knows if we will ever recover from this?
But what are y'all's actual favorite categories? Like no
In
mean.
2018.
For me, I think it's all Barriers. It's been my go-to for a while. I don't know why, but it's just a lot of fun. There's like a lot of like really cool strats. And for some
Is that
reason, I kind of like the risk reward. Like there's a huge risk because like you can do super risky strats and maybe lose a berry and have to lose a run. But I kind of like that for some reason. Sorry, you were saying?
When you say it's your favorite category, do you? Because I guess I should clarify when I'm asking about favorite category,
2018.
I'm asking
But not the
just
flex.
like not in terms of running, but I guess spectating because I haven't run this game yet. But for you, it might be different, right? So is it
Yeah.
like when you say that, I assume you mean it's your favorite to run? Is there
It is my
something
favorite
that
to
you
run. I think it's
prefer to
also-
watch?
No, I think Gar is also my favorite to watch if I were to. I don't watch that many runs for some reason, but when I do it, I try to watch Harb just because it is my favorite to run. Then I want to watch people run it so I can find new strats and see what other people are doing, and it's just a really cool category.
ARB has a lot of really fun strats. Honestly. Like, they just look super sick.
I don't know. I think like my favorite categories to watch. I don't really like watching any full categories more than I like watching just people grind out specific ILs. I might be a little biased because all I do is just grind site. But I don't know. Seeing people grind like ILs that aren't city is just like really cool because you get to see like all the strats that you don't normally see like in any other run, and you just like see them actually being consistent at stupid shit, and that's kind of it's crazy.
Yo, farewell, kind of slapping. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Farewell is almost an entire new game, honestly.
it's basically
taking
Celeste
so
too.
long.
Celeste 2.
It's Celeste too.
Yeah, it's basically pretty much. It's really long
Yeah.
for IL. But probably my favorite category to watch is any percent any patch.
And you no
I-
patch restriction.
Unironically,
And ironically, I'm not sure at all. I think 100% just because there is absolutely everything shown there. I don't know. I would say that is my favorite to watch. Just it's true that most of the runners, since it's a very long and exhausting category, are not pushing to do all the really sick and hard stuff in that category. But it's a category where you can see all the game entirely. There is no strat in the game that can't be considered for that. So I would say that 100% is the funniest to watch for me.
Yeah, I would agree with Revo as well. Hondo is a really complete category in that you just see all the content the game has to offer.
I'm genuinely shocked at the idea that 100% is complete.
Yeah, crazy,
Wow.
right?
let's not talk about 100%'s bigger cousin.
I'm shaking and crying right now.
100% is better than 202. Change my mind.
Wait, isn't
I won't change
202
your mind,
actually
because you're right.
100%?
No, 2 is like 117% or something dumb like that.
Don't know.
True
Let's not
true
bring
pure
up the numbers
100%.
again. Oh no. I thought we were past this.
It's 115.4%.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
Ooh,
thought we were past this, guys.
We should
Let's
have
not bring up-
101%, where it's 100% plus the winged golden.
Oh my god.
Actually, there's no category other than 202 where you have dashless, and that's kind of a shame because I think dashless is cool.
Yeah, I think.
well,
Yeah.
you have dashless IL.
There's the IL, that's about it.
Yeah, but it's an IL.
It is,
I mean,
Yeah, an IL isn't a category, right? It's a
It is a
level
category
thing.
if you believe it is a category.
I guess-
it's a
I guess-
category.
what's the
in my
definition
heart.
of a category? What is the definition of a category?
It is a category in like the dictionary definition sense.
Let me bring up my Oxford dictionary real quick.
According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary,
Oh my god.
in this essay, I will.
In this essay, I will prove how Dashless City is a full game category.
3 wingberries %.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I think everyone here should run the absolutely amazing Celeste custom map, Dashless and Grabless. Shout out to Spirialis, who I think is the goat of this map. It's truly amazing to watch.
Don't you just
Why do I
literally turn on the
sense
system?
like a hint of sarcasm somewhere there? I'm not sure why.
Just a dash of sarcasm.
Honestly, if you asked me which part of that was sarcastic, I couldn't tell you.
It's just hidden between 17 layers of irony, so you don't really know anymore.
Oh my god. Anyway.
I think it's about that time.
Anyway,
Yeah, I think.
You're not
Yeah,
only
we got that.
speaking about other categories. What about other games like 12-hour challenge? For
Oh
example?
yeah, that.
What a sick transition!
What an amazing transition. Good stuff.
Can we give
I
Revo a
learned, I
clap
learned.
for this transition? I think you really deserve a clap. A round of
I'm
applause.
gonna slap myself. That's my clap.
Okay.
why are you clapping yourself?
Why not?
I wasn't. I swear it wasn't.
Anyway,
Alright,
the
so
12-hour
12-hour
challenge. If you don't know, it is a challenge where you basically need to learn a new speed game, and you have 12 hours to do so over the weekend. And it's basically like a biannual thing where just like Golden SR, I think that's his name. He announces it on Twitter. Yeah, it's at Golden SRL, and it just like everybody does it at the same time. And the next one is like actually next weekend, and there's like a theme every event, but you don't have to follow the theme. And I don't know if the theme this one is like the best one or so. It's like the theme is that you have like 2 wheels and you roll them, and they decide like what games you run basically by RNG. And yeah, if you don't want to follow the theme, you don't have to, but it's encouraged, and it's like the whole challenge is like a cool way to like learn a new speed game. Wait, Spirialis, does biannual not mean twice a year?
No, I
No,
think
it means every
means
2
once
years.
Every 2
Wait,
years.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so
Yeah,
Seems
biannual
like
means twice a
yeah.
year.
Yeah.
I am
it's
right.
it's like it's very ambiguous.
Let me bring
not
back
like in its meaning, but like in when you break it down biannual, right? Like bi-weekly is
Yeah.
always a problem because bi-weekly can mean both. It can be twice a week or it can be every 2 weeks.
You can
And,
put down the Oxford Dictionary now.
right.
According to
Merriam-Webster.
Merriam-Webster, semi-annual is occurring every 6 months or twice a year. So I don't know. This is dumb.
Anyway, if you want to join that, all you gotta do is you don't even need to like fill out a form or anything. All you gotta do, if you don't want to, you gotta stream on Twitch. Use that 12-hour challenge tag and the speedrun tag at the same time so people can find you. And yeah, that's all. Basically, all you gotta do. But there's a Discord for it. And it's on the tweet. I'm pretty sure. So at Golden SRL on Twitter. You can join the Discord. You can ask for help for people that actually run the game that you want to learn, and it's really cool. You should do that if you want to.
The link to the tweet is in chat right now.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
always a
that's
good
cool.
opportunity to learn any new game, and for people here in the chat that haven't played Celeste, that if there is any, maybe it's a good chance to actually learn Celeste. And for us, probably we're gonna try some different games. I think we were discussing about doing a 12-hour challenge with some Celeste guys.
You know what? I don't think I've ever speedrun the game Celeste.
Whoa,
I think-
that's whack.
I think I might try out doing the 12-hour challenge soon with Celeste.
Whoa.
Nice.
Two berries, 12-hour challenge.
No.
The challenge is finish the
Do
run.
that.
You gotta
Do
be
that
the first.
Yu-Gi-Oh 100% run, whatever that game is. Do that in 12 hours.
Eiko, you gotta be the
That's-
first person to learn Chapter 9 before they learn any percent.
That's probably
Actually,
true.
I think now I think about it, there was not a 12-hour challenge right when Farewell was out, and did Nero submit actually learning Chapter 9?
Maybe
I think I remember that.
Maybe? I'm not sure. I was kind of living under a rock when Chapter 9 was released.
Yeah, I was totally on 6B in that moment, but I think that was the case. I'm not sure at all. But I think I recall that.
Alright, I think that just about wraps it up for this episode of the Content Corner. Do you guys agree? Anyone has anything to add at the end?
Yeah, I think that's a good point for us to call it.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright,
You
so
I would
can
just like
follow
to-
our Twitter. Oh, sorry. Do you have something to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that my socks are very warm, and that's it.
You can follow our Twitter
content.
at Corner Content.
Good content. Yeah.
The link is in chat, and you can follow us on YouTube at it's the Content Corner podcast. The link is in chat as well.
and make sure
It
you
was a fun
follow the
experience.
Celeste community channel for more episodes of the podcast, and also bingo stuff, and also other tournaments, other stuff like that. Cool Celeste content coming your way.
Yeah, remember that actually we were like a kind of emergency team. So, well, actually it was a really nice experience. Had a good time
Yeah,
with you
this
guys.
is-
So
Yeah, I agree.
next time
this was
probably
our intro stream for this channel.
next time probably
crazy.
most of the main podcasters are going to be back.
Hope.
So remember on Sundays.
We'll have a few of them, hopefully. You can follow all of us on Twitch or Twitter at the links shown on the screen. But don't follow any of these other guys. Just follow me because
Yeah, totally work.
Right?
Follow bye-bye.
yeah.
Yeah, just follow. Bye bye.
Make sure to subscribe to twitch.tv/Coral Reef.
Make sure you witness Coral Reef torture himself with stubbornness.
Twitch.tv/CFG1.
Alright, and that's a good point to end. So,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a good one.
Thank you all so much for being here.
Thanks, everyone.
I'm done.